Five. All right. This is episode number 5 of Anxious for Nothing podcast, guys. Welcome in. I'm probably gonna do this so fast that there won't be anybody in the chat that I need to really respond to. But if anyone comes on here, um, I'll answer the questions at the end down in the comment section. Okay, so as you can see, with the title of this specific episode, we're talking about something that is pretty important. So, self concept, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's basically, in simple terms, self concept is the way that you perceive yourself. Like, if you know yourself, you can have the most clearest vision for who you believe you are in the world. Like, even though there are many people that see you in total different ways, because that's just the way it is, which is actually beautiful that all these billions of people see this one person totally different from the last person. That's actually pretty dope. But none of that is actually our business. The way that someone sees me, the way that someone perceives me is actually not my business. My business is my own self concept. If I focus on that, then that's where I actually can elevate and I can influence others and be an inspiration, because I'm already so free, because I've already gained the knowledge of myself. I know who I am. I figured out what I like, what I don't like, my weaknesses, my strengths. All of that is important. All of that is valuable information so that you can operate and show up in the world the way that you're supposed to and become your best self. So, yeah, so with all of that being said, guys, welcome back. I really want to just give a shout out to those that has made it to episode number 5. Hi. Hi, yep, Angel. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I'll give you an answer to your question, Angel, after the live. I'm not going to be here long. Last time I did that, I was here for a long time. A long, long time. And the live was like 45 minutes, but I appreciate it. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. So yeah, I guess you can call this a second title, but I just titled it "Loving Can Mend Your Soul," and this is kind of like psychology. This is kind of like, you know, therapy, like, of Instagram. Like, this is kind of like my version of, self help. So we often forget that, like, our emotional states aren't only reactions, they're also choices. And while we can't control every trigger or situation, that we may find ourselves in, we can, however, choose how we show up inside of them. And so, my day's been good. I hope your day's been good too. And if you know that you have that choice, because a lot of people feel like they have to just respond and not actually choose. I'm sorry, react and not actually choose a response. And so we actually can choose how we show up inside of these situations. When you intentionally choose joy, lightness, or playfulness, even, just small, like, silly moments, you're actually giving your nervous system, Jesus loves you too, Mary, thank you. Your question is weird, so maybe ask it later. Ask me in my DM. Maybe if, but not right now. So your nervous system needs a chance to reset, guys. Like, this is one of the reasons why I choose laughter. I laugh at so many different things. I laugh at myself, y'all. I make jokes about myself before you even can sometimes. But I keep it healthy. I keep it healthy because I love me. But we all need to give our nervous system a moment just to feel safe. because like this world is very dangerous. We don't even have to step outside of our house. There's been people that's been like literally, unalived in their own home. So silliness, warmth, and laughter, those are my things, guys. Denise, no, I am not a therapist, but I'm in school to be a counselor or life coach or, in that alley. Hi, Rebecca. So, yeah, we got to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. And I'll talk more about the parasympathetic nervous system a lot more in the next coming episodes, but I'm not going to dive into that right now because I'll be here all night. But I went to work today. I went to my 9 to 5, guys, and I'm getting ready to honestly eat my dinner. So I promise to answer all of your questions. So yes, this system, y'all, the parasympathetic nervous system, some people don't even know it exists, but it reduces stress hormones and it can increase the feelings of safety. And when you choose happy over grumpy, which is the first title of this episode, happy over grumpy, how to choose happy over grumpy, you're actually practicing emotional regulation. How many times, y'all, have y'all seen an adult that just doesn't know how to regulate their own emotions? I have, and actually, I'll raise my hand and say I've been one of those adults because I was a child that was not given the opportunity to learn how to regulate emotions in a healthy way. Now, that's not an excuse. That's just like I'm aware of these things now. And so I can't have excuses for lashing out anymore. And it's pretty frustrating as an adult when you feel like you don't have control over your triggers. But a lot of us have these issues and a lot of us just don't have the tools in order to stop being like that. We don't want to be like that, right? We want to have harmony and peace in our relationships. Nate says, people try to steal my joy. I won't let them take it. Yes, you can't. They can't take it unless you allow it anyways, Nate. So it's just, you have to open that door. So you have to practice your emotional regulation and nurturing your own mental health. It's your job, guys. Nobody's going to come and save you. You got to figure it out yourself. Your presence literally becomes healing because you're grounded. Your joyful energy is contagious. And then when you arrive at a space like with authenticity and openness, you model a healthier emotional state for others. You know what that does, guys? That helps them to co-regulate. Okay? Loving can heal. And that's why I said loving can mend your soul. You're helping people to co-regulate. Some people literally just been waiting to breathe and they meet you and you know how to regulate yourself and they're like, well, damn, like if they can do it, maybe I can learn how to like control myself. like, you know, Goob Goob AF says, do you think watching live streams is good for mental health? Honestly, I think to each his own. Everybody's on their own journey. I can't say that it is or isn't because it could be somebody whose life is saved because of that. But I think what's good for mental health, I mean, depends on the person. For me, I like taking walks and I like being in the sun and I like, riding my bike, all those things. But it depends on the person, Goob. So like I said, I'm answering questions and I'm doing it later. I can't help it, guys. I like to talk to you guys and get to know you guys. But yeah, please feel free if you guys ever have questions to just, leave them in the comments and I'll answer everybody. I promise I'll get to you guys. But yeah, so we wanna help to raise the collective conscious. So you have to actually show up in the world the way you want the world to mirror back to you. If you model a healthier emotional state for others and you help them co-regulate, loving can literally heal them. And then so in this way, healing doesn't always come through deep conversations, guys. Sometimes it begins with a smile. Sometimes it begins with a playful moment or the gentle choice to be kind to yourself. Start with yourself. That's my recommendation, because if you start with you and you learn how to regulate your own emotions, you won't hate you so much, because then you won't later on be laying in bed like, "Oh my god, why did I crash out on her? And why did I do this?" No, you're going to be kind to yourself because you know you deserve it. So, just know, guys, you're not alone. If you do have these issues still, it's not too late because you're still breathing. Please, guys, just know feeling worthy despite the flaws is not conceited. You can't humble me, baby, okay? People don't really like themselves and they'll try to bring you down. But this is the thing, everybody is literally supposed to be who they are. That's your superpower, boo. If you can operate authentically as yourself, you've won. I'm sorry, but you're doing what you're supposed to do on this planet. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter what you have obtained in your life. You can lose it all. Everything is temporary. Your energy, baby, that's eternal. Nobody can take away your energy. Nobody can stop you. Even if somebody tries to stop me, somebody tries to stop CC, guess what, baby? I'm coming back to this earth, okay? Even stronger, even more powerful energy, because you can't take me too soon. Too late, too soon, none of that. I'm here in divine timing, baby. And so are you. Each and every one of you all are here for a reason. I hope you guys like this message. If you did, share, subscribe if you haven't already, guys. And I really hope to see you all next Sunday. I try to release these by 6 p.m. I also have to upload this so you guys can still watch the live, after, the replay. But I will talk to you guys next week. And if you have any questions, like I said, you can leave them below. So thank you guys. And I'll see you next Sunday. Have a good night, okay? Bye. This is crazy. Let me save it. Let me share it first, y'all. Hang on. There we go, guys. All right, guys. I'll see you guys next time.